Hey folks, McChrispy here with Wiggles the Wigglytuff, and today I'm going to briefly explain how Wigglytuff functions in Pokémon Unite. Hopefully this quick summary will help you decide if Wigglytuff is a Pokemon you'd like to practice in the game. Full disclosure, this is simply an overview with simple tips and tricks, and does not include a ranking for Wigglytuff due to the meta of the game constantly changing. But regardless of that, Wigglytuff provides some decent crowd control while bolstering some good defenses and buffs, making her an excellent choice for any team. So without further ado, let's get into it. Wigglytuff is classified as a supporter Pokemon in the game due to her disabling abilities that can stop enemies in their tracks, as well as her Unite move that buffs her teammates. Wigglytuff is able to use her signature Sing move to put opponents to sleep and then follow up by double slapping them as a consequence for snoozing during her performance. Her rollout and Sing abilities provide her teammates with opportunities to inflict heavy damage, and her great defenses and relatively high damage output for a supporter make her a force to be cautious of. However, Wigglytuff seems to fall off as the match progresses, and finding yourself alone or not having a team that's well coordinated can definitely get the better of this Pokemon. As such, if you always try to stick with at least one other teammate and learn the right time to engage in a battle, you'll be able to make some huge plays and truly support your team to victory. Now, these are Wigglytuff's stats in the game. I disagree with the game on only one thing. Wigglytuff has a lot of potential to do good chunks of damage, so I would not say her offense is only 1 star. I would put it as 1.5 minimum to 2 stars. Let's talk about her moves. Wigglytuff is awesome in and of the fact that her third basic attack, otherwise known as a boosted attack, will always stun her opponents by causing them to spin in place. It's just a nice little crowd control element that's handy to have throughout the match. When you start the match as a Jigglypuff, your first 2 moves will be Slap and Defense Curl. Slap has Jigglypuff smack her opponent twice, dealing a good burst of damage, while Defense Curl has her roll a short distance in the designated direction, grants her a small shield, and inflicts a very short stun on those she runs into. As Jigglypuff evolves at level 4, you won't have these moves for very long, but they are pretty decent early game and can help your teammates nab wild Pokemon while you distract or stun. One thing to note is that Defense Curl will instantly reset the cooldown for Slap upon running into a wall. So you can Slap, Defense Curl into a wall, and then Slap again to do decent damage. I rarely if ever see people utilize this, so try it out in matches when you can, as it is very helpful. Upon reaching level 4 and evolving, Wigglytuff can learn either Sing or Roll Out. Using Sing will have Wigglytuff perform a small AoE concert that puts enemies to sleep if they are around her for too long of a time. The time they need to be around her is represented by these music notes above the enemy's character. If they get 4 notes above their head, they will fall asleep for a short period of time, making them unable to move and lowering their defenses for a short time. Sing also gives Wigglytuff a short increase in speed, so she can catch up to her enemies or retreat quicker. Also note that Sing does not work on objective Pokemon such as Regieleki or Rayquaza. Rollout is an upgraded Defense Curl that gives Wigglytuff a bigger shield, as well as allows her to travel farther than before. Rollout will send Wigglytuff hurtling in the designated direction, dealing damage and inflicting a short stun on Pokemon she makes contact with. If you hit a wall, she will bounce off the wall and continue to move until her rollout timer is up. This means that you can continue bouncing off of walls for a good period of time. Keep in mind that the game has capped out the number of walls you can continuously hit at 5, before you will be forced to stop the move. If you hold the button before using the move, the game will show you where she's going to go, even if she hits a wall. You can also press the button again while she is rolling to stop yourself early. This move allows some pretty crazy stuns and can rack up some decent damage. Upon reaching level 6, Wigglytuff can learn either Dazzling Gleam or Double Slap. Dazzling Gleam will have Wigglytuff emit a cone-shaped ray of light in front of her, dealing damage to those caught in it. The ray of light will hit twice, with the second hit dealing more damage than the first. Later on in the match, the first hit of this move will also slow enemies down. Double Slap is an upgraded slap that will also have Wigglytuff deal damage in a cone shape, but this time with a random number of slaps ranging from 3 to 6. The number above her head will signify how many times she will slap. This move also slows targets down upon contact and deals notable damage. Reaching level 8 will allow Wigglytuff access to her Unite move, Starlight Recital. Starlight Recital will have Wigglytuff perform a concert, giving her and allies near her a shield while also removing any negative status effects from them and making them immune to hindrances for a short time. It is a great Unite move for team fights, and I've personally seen it completely change the tides of battle and bring a team to victory. I imagine it like,
the winner takes all. It's the thrill of one more kill, the last one to fall.
you want to make sure you use this when multiple teammates are around in order to truly capitalize on its benefits. There are countless times when I've seen a Wigglytuff use this when no one is around, either to save themselves or for whatever other reason, and it's honestly not worth it. I've done it myself and it just feels like a huge waste, so really practice getting in the habit of only using it when it will benefit more than just yourself. Wigglytuff also has an awesome passive ability. This ability is called Cute Charm, and when Wigglytuff is hit by an opposing Pokemon's attack at close range, it will make that Pokemon infatuated with her, which causes them to approach her against their will. This is a great passive ability as it makes it so Pokemon cannot run away from you as easily as they usually can. This ability goes on cooldown after it's triggered, so it won't activate all the time. Also, this ability won't trigger on Pokemon that are far away from you or using ranged attacks. Just like every Pokemon in the game, Wigglytuff has movesets, or 2 moves that go particularly well together. However, you can always mix and match to your playstyle, and Wigglytuff is one of the less common Pokemon in the game where her moves are actually pretty good no matter how you combine them. Here are just a couple of suggestions. Sing and Double Slap make a great combination if you want to initiate a battle. Use Sing first to put your enemies to sleep, then position yourself to Double Slap as many enemies as you can to deal maximum damage. This combo also works just the same with Sing and Dazzling Gleam, so it really is up to your preferred playstyle. These 2 builds feel the best as you'll be able to provide support to your teammates with Sing's crowd control, while also being able to fend for yourself and deal damage. Another great combo is Rollout and Double Slap that focuses a lot more on simply dealing high amounts of damage. Just like Slap and Defense Curl, rolling into a wall with Rollout will reset the cooldown of Double Slap. So Double Slap first, then use Rollout into a wall and hopefully other enemy Pokemon, then use Double Slap again for high damage outputs. A thing to note is that using Rollout in between walls is both a great damage dealer and stun lock move, but it is also very, very comical. A good strategy is to hide in a bush until an enemy approaches, then use Rollout, then use Double Slap. I've gotten too many knockouts with this and I genuinely feel bad about it. Let's talk about items. Wigglytuff is a special attacker with a good HP stat and high defense stats, so items that build upon these traits are great choices. For example, the Choice Specs and Wise Glasses increase her damage output. The Focus Band increases her defenses and keeps her alive longer. The EXP Share keeps her level up with her teammates throughout the match. And Rescue Hood increases the shield it gives to her teammates during her Unite. Other items like the Buddy Barrier and Slick Spoon are great choices as well. When it comes to battle items, the Potion is great for keeping her alive longer. Slow Smoke can aid in her disabling abilities. and X speed or the eject button can also help set up her combos and positioning for Sing and Double Slap. As a supporter, Wigglytuff excels in either the top lane or bottom lane. Some great teammates to lane with are frontline Pokemon that both deal damage and can take hits, while Wigglytuff provides stuns. These Pokemon include defenders like Snorlax and Mamoswine, as well as all-rounders like Serena, Lucario, and Urshifu. Pokemon that also have ranged attacks with high damage will also benefit from Wigglytuff's Sing ability. Some examples are Gardevoir's Psychic, Delphox's Fire Blast and Mystical Fire, and Venusaur's Solar Beam. Lastly, check out these outfits. The Literal Easter Bunny, Wiggly Houston, You snooze, you lose. Who wears a bow tie to a bonfire? You have died of dysentery. Oh, and Wigglytuff is one of the cheaper Pokemon to purchase, costing 8,000 EOS coins or 460 gems, which is about $7 US. Well, that's it for now. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this video helped you decide if Wigglytuff is a Pokemon you'd like to play. If you liked this video or noticed things that can be improved, please let me know. This is McChrispy, and I hope you have an amazing day.